Hey guys,
Howdy.
Shaman and Chris.
You got it.
Chris, who are you?
Yeah. From day to day, Shaman, I sometimes don't remember.
You and me both. It's been a hectic morning here at Harper Therapy. But so we wanted to come to you live this week from the man cave, which really now is just the conference room in our office.
Don't tell anyone that.
It's not very manly. But we wanted to talk today a little bit about mentoring, right? And particularly mentoring relationships.
Right.
So I have a few questions I'll ask you, and we can just kind of talk through them like we normally do. So my first question is what is a mentoring relationship? What does that mean?
If you think about a mentor, it's going to keep it real simple. It's a brain to pick. Mm-hmm. It's an ear to listen.
Sure.
It's an objective source of checks and balances.
Sure.
In other words, it's a coach. Okay.
Right.
It's also a connector.
Right.
Okay. Not only connecting to other people, but connecting to thoughts, connecting to your own strengths. It's
good check in. Right?
Yeah. Right. Absolutely. It's and again, it's that cheerleader. It's someone to push and encourage. Okay, but it's also someone to challenge.
Right.
So it's a trusting relationship. Okay, with no objective beyond well-being,
right,
and growth.
And it consists of a mentor and a mentee, right?
Correct.
So
Correct.
Mentor being the person who's kind of the maybe wiser. I don't know if that's a right.
Well, you know what? I think another good way to explain it is a mentor is an area expert.
Okay, perfect. Or just a general life. I have more experience. I can help you.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, I'm not saying
ideally.
I am. Ideally, right?
Yes, right. Absolutely.
All right, let me put you on the spot then.
Sure.
Some of your great mentors.
Oh gosh, I can think of two right off the top of my head. Number one, as I was a younger social work student and clinically studying, a gentleman by the name of Norm was just honestly and truly tore me down, built me up, shared life experiences, gave me direction. So almost in some regard, he taught me the skills of self-care, and he also taught me the tools of the trade.
That's awesome.
And then another one, a dear friend of mine, Jerry, who has helped me, again, as a father in my job, identifying my strengths, and also teaching me how to have a little bit of a sense of humor.
Right. I think it's an important piece of it, a little bit of humor, right? Because we learn through humor, we
Absolutely.
banter through humor, I tend to develop through humor. I need it to kind of
Absolutely.
put things in reference.
It's one of the higher defense mechanisms.
Right. And I can think through my life. I mean, I've had coaches and friends who have been mentors and colleagues, and I mean, probably my biggest one would probably be my father. He was always really good at breaking down the good and the bad, and every time I've ever had kind of a big life decision, I would kind of take it to him and go, help me work through the pros and cons. And that was kind of his thing, man. He'd just help you kind of make a mental list, or even often on paper, and just kind of walk through it and say, this is good, this is bad, this is where it'll cost you, this is where it'll help you.
And not always what you want to hear.
Right. I think that's an important piece of a mentor is that it's an honest answer.
Correct.
Right? Not an answer that you're wanting to hear, or not a rubber stamp. Correct. To give you permission to go do whatever it is you're looking to do or whatever, right?
Correct. Well, it's interesting, but I wrote a bit of a blog that we're going to post as well,
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of starts with the life without a net concept,
Right.
And as we advance, as we get older, think about it, our parents become either less available or they pass.
Yeah.
We go from that, that younger learning on the way up person, to all of a sudden we're at the top. Now what?
Right, now we're the mentor.
Yes, we take care of others, and sometimes that leads to a sense of grandiosity. Hey, I know everything, I'm good.
Right.
And I'm not checking myself.
Right.
Sometimes it leads to just the opposite. I'm lonely, I've got no one. Right. And there's a lot of corresponding feelings and a lot of things there that can really, honestly and truly impact your cognitive efficiency.
Right.
All of a sudden you're not thinking as clear. All of a sudden your tolerance to stress has changed.
Right. And we all kind of react to stress and anxiety and things like that a little differently. Right?
Absolutely.
So my next question, I guess, in this mentoring thing is, why are they important? Why is having
Sure.
a mentor
Sure.
an important thing in your life?
Sure. You know what? I'm going to go to be a little bit cliche here. Whether you're a doctor, whether you're a lawyer or an Indian chief, okay?
Do you know a lot of Indian chiefs?
No, I wish so, okay? Or even professionals. Every professional, okay, has a mentor, okay? Even every trade has a mentor, an
Right.
apprenticeship,
Right.
okay? So when you look at the importance there, okay, it really is. It's the learning, it's the growth, okay? It's the reminders, okay? It's the focus, okay? And it's really pointing out strengths.
And I think it's a relationship that fits into any dynamic in life.
Absolutely.
You know, having a mentor in no matter what it is, or having multiple mentors, right?
Yeah.
Is very important in just how we learn and how we develop and how we personally grow.
Sure. And I mean, I think the thing is it's almost like the secret is out, okay?
Right.
Because if we look at some of the most successful business people and executives,
Right.
okay, they all have mentors,
Right.
okay? As a matter of fact, many of them have a team of mentors,
Right.
okay? They know how to utilize their relationships. They know how to utilize their area experts,
Right.
okay? And it's just interesting, okay, that we don't always translate that into our everyday life.
Right.
That here are the most successful people, the leaders of industry, okay,
Right.
healthcare, okay, actors, actresses, athletes,
Right.
okay, tradespeople. They all have mentors, okay, and sometimes we just forget, and it's like all of a sudden you're in this alone.
Yeah, it's like the old adage, it kind of takes a village, right? To kind of
Correct.
mentor you in a
Correct.
direction. Which it does. And I've always made a point in my life to seek out mentoring relationships in areas that I'm struggling with, or I'm trying to understand, or I'm trying to focus through, or, you know, it's always best to have someone who's really honest, who can objectively look at what's kind of going on and
Sure.
give you feedback on it. And then really not judge you no matter where you go with it, but just kind of
Right.
help you work through it, right? I mean, ultimately your thing, you're working through your decisions in life. It's your life to live,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
So then that kind of takes us to our last question, which we'll kind of wrap up with this one, is how can a therapist be a mentoring relationship?
Sure. If you think as a therapist as an expert in mental health, okay, an expert in stress management, in many cases an expert in relaxation,
Right.
okay,
Self-care.
self-care, okay, if you think about therapy or a therapist as to some regard providing preventive maintenance for the brain and functioning,
Right.
that's kind of the way that I like to think of it, okay? Because our training is such, okay, that we can recognize the signs very, very early, okay?
Right.
We can help you not only employ strategies, but with therapies like ART, okay, accelerated resolution therapy, we can provide relief and relaxation almost instantaneously.
Right.
You feel lighter, you feel better, okay? Your brain is better able to make that shift, okay, and manage central nervous system responses, okay? And all of a sudden, it's, I want you to almost think of it as like a massage or a workout for the brain.
Right. And you'll
Okay.
come out of it tired and worn out just like a normal.
And feel relaxed and feel
Right.
ready to go, okay? Those are some of the ways, but the other two ways are in the counseling profession, okay? There's that commitment, number one, to confidentiality.
Right.
What we talk about here stays here,
Right.
okay? No one else needs to know. You
like
can
Vegas.
learn to be vulnerable. Right, it is. It's like Vegas, okay?
What happens here stays here.
Vulnerable, penance, whatever you want to call
Right,
it. But
right,
it's
right.
like it's one of those things that you can kind of unload
Right.
and regain
Safe
your
space to do
yes,
that.
and regain your protectivity.
Right.
Okay? That's it. And the other aspect is, as you said before, is just that non-judgmental and safe setting.
Right. That objective kind of, here's what I have. Well, let's work through that.
Right. And if you look at it, we've had success with a wide range of populations.
Right. I think it's pretty cool. Actually, I think it's important. I say pretty cool. I think it's important to even kind of the earlier the better with a therapist, right? As you're working through something, the earlier that you can approach it objectively, get some help with it, the more likely it can help you kind of stave off like the crisis moment. in your life. Right?
You know what? No different. Again, I want you to think of it as a concept of a fitness trainer for the brain.
Yeah, that's a great way to think of it.
It really is. Whether you want to call him a life coach, okay? Even now, frequently, I have a large portion of my caseload, okay, that genuinely, I don't want to say don't have mental health problems because I don't want to, but they are here, okay, to maintain their health.
And they're working through things, and they're trying to help themselves, self-help, get through it.
Exactly. I mean, in terms of, we consider it kind of executive life coaching.
Right. That's awesome.
But it doesn't have to be for the executive.
Right. So, if this is something that can help you out, or if this is something that you have some interest in or are curious about, you can give us a call at our office. Our number is 813-434-3639, and you can talk to someone like Chris or any of our other cool clinicians here that can really help you work through some of these issues. And I think the earlier the better.
And we look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah. Have a good day.